कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुष्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकेर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं कौनयाति पराङ्गतिं यत्पिबं सततं रामचरितामृतासागरम् अदृप्तस्तं मुनिं वन्दे प्राचेतसमकल्मषं गोष्पदीकृतवारासं मसकीकृतराक्षसं रामायणमहामाला रत्नं वन्दे अनिलात्मजम् अंजनानंदनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीसमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम् आमिषीकृतमार्ताण्डं गोष्पदीकृतसागरं तृणीकृतदशग्रीवम् आञ्जनेयं नमाम्यहम् उल्लङ्घ्य सिन्धोस्सलिलस्सलीलं यस्सोकवह्निं जनकात्मजायाः आदाय तेनेव ददाह लङ्कां नमामि तं प्राञ्जलिराञ्जनेयम् आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनम् यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि यः कर्णाञ्जलिसम्पुटैः हरः सम्यक् पिबत्यादरात् वाल्मीकिर्वदनारविन्दगलितं रामायणाख्यं मधुः जन्मव्याधिजराविपत्तिमरणैः अत्यन्तसोपद्रवं संसारसह विहाय गच्छति पुमान् विष्णोर्पदं शाश्वतम् तदुपगतसमाससन्धियोगं सममधुरोपनतार्धवाक्यबद्धं रघुवरचरितं मुनिप्रणीतं दशशिरसश्च वदं निशामयध्वं वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्भूतानां रामसागरगामिनि पुनात् भुवनं पुण्यात् रामायणं महानदी श्लोकसारसमाकीर्णं सर्गकल्लोलसङ्कुलं काण्डग्राह्यमहामीनं वन्दे रामायणार्णवं वेदवेदे परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजं वेदः प्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना वैदेही सहितं सुरद्रमुतले हैमे महामण्डपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने सुस्थितम् अग्रे वाचैति प्रभञ्जनसुते तत्त्वं मुनिभ्यः परं वाक्यान्तं भरतादिभिः परिवृतं रामं भजे श्यामलं वामे भूमिसुता पुरश्च हनुमान् पश्चात् सुमित्रासुतः शत्रुघ्नो भरतश्च पार्श्वदलयोः वायव्यादिकोणेषु च सुग्रीवश्च विभीषणश्च युवराट् तारासुतो जाम्बवान् मध्ये नीलसरोजकोमलरुचिं रामं भजे श्यामलम् माता रामो मत्पिता रामो भ्राता रामो मत्सखा राघवेशः सर्वस्वं मे रामचन्द्रो दयालुः नान्यदेवं नैव जाने न जाने साकेते शरदिन्दुकुन्दधवले सौदे महामण्डपे पर्यस्ता अगरुधूपदीपललिते कर्पूरदीपोज्ज्वले सुग्रीवाङ्गदजाम्बवत् परिवृतं सौमित्रिणा सेवितं लीलामानुषविग्रहं रघुवरं रामं भजे श्यामलम् मेघश्यामं महाबाहुं स्थिरसत्त्वं दृढव्रतं कदा द्राक्षामहे रामं जगतः शोकनाशनं जयत्यतिबलो रामो लक्ष्मणश्च महाबलः राजा जयति सुग्रीवा राघवेण अभिपालितः दासोऽहं कौसलेन्द्रस्य रामस्य क्लिष्टकर्मणः हनुमान् शत्रुसैन्यानां निहन्तां मारुतात्मजः रावणसहस्रं मे युद्धे प्रतिबलं भवेत् शिलाभिस्तु प्रहर्तारपादपैश्च सहस्रशः अर्धयित्वां पुरीं लङ्काम् अभिवाद्यश्च मैथिलीं समृद्धार्धो गमिष्यामि विशतां सर्वराक्षसाम् धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च अप्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरयेन जहि रावणीं नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवगौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे आपदाम अपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसंपदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् तपस्वाध्याय निरतां तपस्विं वाग्विदां वरं नारद परिपप्रच्छ वाल्मीकिर्मुनिपुङ्गवम् ओम रामाय नमः हरे कृष्ण. So after a splendid marathon on killing the Rakshasas, we have come to a point where last week Lakshmana was about to wage the war with Indrajit. Let us see what happened last week, just briefly, just before. I have told you that Indrajit was performing the necro conjuring sacrifice at Nikumbila, at a place called Nikumbila. There's a tree called Nikumbila. It's a huge and vast tree. It's a banyan tree. That place is called Nikumbila in Lanka. If you remember, the Rakshasas who were guarding Sita, one of the Rakshasis tells that, let's cut Sita into pieces and eat her and drink wine and dance around the tree of Nikumbila. This is the same tree. So there Indrajit cuts a goat, throws it into the fire, and then ascends his chariot and then comes to wage the war. And once he performs that sacrifice, he is invincible. Nobody can defeat him. So Vibhishana tells Ramachandra that before he conducts that sacrifice, give me Lakshmana. I will take him and go to that place, and Lakshmana shall kill Indrajit. Then Rama agreed to it, and he sent Lakshmana. He also ordered Jambavan, Sugriva and Hanuman to accompany Lakshmana so that he can defeat Indrajit. And he blessed him, he kissed his forehead, and has sung all the auspicious words that are appropriate at that time, and he sent him to fight the war against Indrajit. So when Lakshmana, Vibhishana, Hanuman... Can you open the door and keep it open? Yes, please. Yeah. So when they all reached that place called Nikumbila, so when they reached that place, first Hanuman destroyed many demons, and then Indrajit got disturbed in the war. And then he realized that Vibhishana told the secret to Rama and Lakshmana. Then he started ridiculing and criticizing Vibhishana, saying that, O uncle of mine, O brother of my father, how come have you revealed the secret to your enemies, the family secret? And you are destined to kill your own son. Don't you know what tradition is? Why have you done this? Don't you know what dharma is? You have abandoned your own family. Like that, Indrajit, bashed Vibhishana. Then Vibhishana replied, O boy of mine, if you really are concerned with dharma, how come you are criticizing your elders? You have no concern for dharma, and for that reason you have accompanied your father. I have told time and again, I have not renounced my family. I have told time and again, pleaded with all humility to give away Sita to Rama. But Ravana had never listened to me. Instead, he sent me out of the camp. And you should be killed, because when I was advising your father, you came in between, and you have supported your father in the most heinous acts of his. And thus today you have ruined your own life, and so I am here. So like that, Vibhishana and Indrajit exchanged words. And after that, Lakshmana mounted Hanuman. Hanuman himself requests that Indrajit comes on a chariot, and oh my dear Lakshmana, you should not stand on the ground. Please, I pray you, mount on me and then fight Indrajit. And then Lakshmana mounted Hanuman, and then there ensued a fierce battle between the demons and the Vanaras, and respectively between Lakshmana and Indrajit. Then after a fierce battle, Indrajit threw slung many arrows against Lakshmana. Lakshmana was injured and his body was bathed in blood. And similarly, Lakshmana took many arrows and then hurt Indrajit. He planted 3 arrows into the forehead of Indrajit, 5 arrows in his chest, and similarly 3 arrows in each of the Rakshasa in the Indrajit's camp. Let's say there are 1 million Rakshasas. He planted 3 million arrows. Each Rakshasa got 3. It's like a birthday gift, giving 3 items for everybody. So like that, he planted 3 arrows in each of the demons, waging the war there. After they fought for a while, Lakshmana took out an astra called Bhalla. It is crescent-shaped arrow. With that, he killed the charioteer of Indrajit. And then he took out numerous arrows and sped those shafts towards the horses of Indrajit. And he killed all the horses too. And meanwhile, other Vanaras such as Gandhamadana, Dvivida, Gavaksha, Gavaya, they pounced upon the chariot of Indrajit, and then they broke the flagstaff of Indrajit, standard of Indrajit, and broke the chariot also. Indrajit came down, jumped down, and then waged a war against Lakshmana. And when he shot many arrows that day, he replied to Lakshmana saying that, O Lakshmana, do you not remember I have put you and your brother on the bed of the battleground and have thrown many arrows on your bodies and have injured you. Have you forgotten all that? Now you have come back again to wage a war against me. Today I will show you the power of Indrajit. I shall slay you today. Like that, Indrajit started speaking all a warrior-like cries. Then Lakshmana replied, saying that, "Oh fool, I think we should close the door." Yeah. Usually it's not disturbing, but Yuddhakanda is so complex that you have to focus more. So, then Lakshmana replied, "O foolish warrior, wars are not won by mere words. I am here standing in front of you, holding the bow and arrows in my hand. Why don't you fight? Where is the time to talk in the battle?" Then Indrajit started taking out arrows and then shooting them again against Lakshmana. Both the warriors fought for a long time. Then, since his chariot was broken, Indrajit now ordered all the demons, saying that, "O demons, I will go into Lanka and bring a new chariot and wage a war against the Vanaras and Lakshmana, and I will slay all of them. Meanwhile, you fight with them. I will apply my conjuring tricks and then cast an illusion on the Vanaras and then escape from here." And then with his conjuring tricks, he cast an illusion and then he escaped from there, and then he went into Lanka and then got a new chariot and then came back again. His chariot now was resplendent. It was gilded with gold. It had a standard and an armor and many weapons, spears and arrows and new bows. And with that, with new horses and a charioteer, of course, then he came into the battle one more time. And when the Vanaras looked at the new chariot, they were all amazed. This fellow Indrajit have escaped and then bought a new chariot one more time. They were all surprised. Again, the war ensued between Lakshmana and Indrajit. When they fought for a long time, now Vibhishana intervened, and then he took a mace and then killed so many Rakshasas. Then Indrajit started shooting arrows on Vibhishana. Lakshmana intercepted all those arrows, and Indrajit hurled a spear too. Lakshmana intercepted that spear also and broke it and shattered into pieces. And now Vibhishana killed all the horses. Today morning when I was reading this, for one moment I was surprised that last time when I told Ramayana, I told that Vibhishana killed all the horses. But then they killed the horses twice, right? Before this, Gavaya, Gajaksha and Lakshmana kills the horses. And oh my God, I told everything wrong the first time. But then when I read it again, oh no, it happens 2 times in Valmiki Ramayana. And Yuddhakanda is very complex. So, Vibhishana kills the horses now. And once the horses are killed, Indrajit rebukes his uncle one more time. Now Indrajit takes a Agnyayastra and then he shoots it on Lakshmana. Lakshmana takes a solar missile and then intercepts that Agnyayastra. And Lakshmana takes Varunastra and then throws it on Indrajit. Then Indrajit intercepts it with I forgot the astra, but no. Lakshmana takes the Varunastra. Actually, first Indrajit takes the Yama, the astra of the Yama, and then he shoots it on Lakshmana. Then Lakshmana takes Kuberastra, astra presided over by Kubera, and then shoots it on Indrajit. So those two intercept and then they fall down. And then later on, they fight with Varunastra, Agnyayastra, and then the astra of the sun god, which is the solar missile. And then finally, Indrajit takes out a club-like missile and then he throws it on Lakshmana. And that missile shoots many kinds of weapons from it, like clubs, maces, spears, and all kinds of, some kind of a cluster bomb, if you will. And then Lakshmana takes Pashupatastra. Here in Ramayana it is mentioned as the Maheshwarastra, which is more or less Pashupatastra. Then intercepts that mace-like, club-like missile with Pashupatastra, and then destroys it. And thereupon finally Lakshmana takes Indrastra, Aindrastra, an astra presided over by the demigod Indra. He takes that astra, and then now he utters a mantra saying that Dharmatma Satyasandascha Ramo Dasaridiryadi Paurushecha Apratidvandvaha Sarayena Jahiravani. Means, oh my dear arrow, if my brother, he is not Parsurama or the Rama of Bhargava, he is Dasaratha Rama, son of Dasaratha. If my brother Rama, Dharmatma, Satyasandascha, he is truthful, righteous. Dharmatma Satyasandascha, Ramo Dasaridiryadi, and son of Dasaratha. Paurushecha Apratidvandvaha, and in Paurusha and in valor, if there is no second to him, then this arrow shall kill the son of Ravana. And then he hurled that astra, Aindrastra, against Indrajit. That astra sped fast towards the head of Indrajit, and then it severed the head of Indrajit from its trunk, and then the head fell down. And all the Rakshasas were surprised, they were dismayed. Because Indrajit was the most powerful warrior in the camp of Ravana. Not even Ravana can come equal to him. He is such a powerful warrior. He defeated Indra. He defeated Kuvera. He kicked Airavata. He made it to fall down. He broke the tusk of Airavata, and with that he fought with Indra. He is such a big warrior. And his conjuring tricks, when he enters the battlefield, he becomes invisible. And that's how he remained invincible so far. But today, Lakshmana took an astra presided over by Indra. How come Indra himself was defeated by Indrajit, but that astra could kill Indrajit? Because he has empowered, Lakshmana has empowered that astra with this chanting that Dharmatma Satyasandascha Ramo Dasaridiryadi Paurushecha Apratidvandvaha Sarayena Jahiravadim. This is the prayer that we do all the time. In the beginning of Ramayana, we add this sloka also, because it is such a powerful sloka. Dharmatma Satyasandascha. If anybody has doubts that Rama killed Vali, he is not Dharmatma, he is not Satyasandascha. He told Sumantra to lie to Dasaratha. Then for them to answer all those questions, here Lakshmana utters this prayer. Dharmatma Satyasandascha Ramo Dasaridiryadi. Right? When he killed Vali, people complain that he killed Vali. No. For those of you who are wondering that he killed Vali from behind a tree, no, actually Vali waged a war with Rama, because the Vanaras, who are the first-hand witnesses for this war, they tell Tara, the wife of Vali, saying that Kshiptan Vrikshan Vipulascha Shilastatha Vali Vajrasamayar Banair Vajrena Nipatitaha. That means when Vali took many trees, boulders, and threw it on Rama, Rama took a diamond-sharpened arrow, an arrow which was similar to a diamond, and then he cut the body of Vali, which was similar like diamond, as if one cuts a diamond with another diamond. Similarly, Rama killed Vali. So this is the first-hand account of those people who saw this war between Rama and Vali. So if anybody says that Rama killed Vali from behind a tree, you can quote this. So for those who have questions like that, here Lakshmana answers that Dharmatma Satyasandascha Ramo Dasaridiryadi Paurushecha Apratidvandvaha Sarayena Jahiravani. And thus he killed Indrajit. Then all the demons, shocked, they rushed back to Lanka and then reported the news to Ravana. And meanwhile, Jambavan, Vibhishana, Hanuman, and all other Vanaras, they roared, they cried out, Jayatu Jayatu Lakshmana, Lakshmana Jayatu. That means all glories to Lakshmana. Lakshmana is victorious. May Lakshmana be victorious. Lakshmana is victorious. Like that they started shouting. And they lashed their tails on the ground, and then they waved them in the air, and then they erected their tails as if the flagstaffs of Indra. And then they were all happy, jubilant. They embraced each other. They hugged each other. And then they went towards Rama. And when they all came towards Rama, Lakshmana himself was leaning on Hanuman and Vibhishana because he was tired. He waged a great battle now. And that battle lasted for 3 days and 3 nights. So it was so long. After Rama sent Lakshmana, it is said that they waged the battle for 3 days and 3 nights. And then he comes back after 3 days, leaning on Hanuman and Vibhishana. Then he comes close, and Rama asks, "What have you done, my brother?" Then Lakshmana just murmured, "I killed that fellow Indrajit." Yeah, it is written like that in Valmiki Ramayana, that he just murmured in the ears of Rama that, that fellow is dead and I killed him. And then he was tired. One may ask, why is that? Because for Hanuman, Jambavan, Vibhishana, Gandhamadana, Gavaksha, Gaja, even for Sugriva, for all these Vanaras and even for us, Indrajit is a very big warrior. But for Lakshmana, he is just a grass blade, right? Just as if an elephant takes the straw out of water, similarly Lakshmana can kill Indrajit. All these days, Lakshmana escaped the battle by being invisible, and he waged the war like a coward. And actually Lakshmana quotes this before killing him. Like a coward, he waged the battle, and that's how he was able to survive. In many places in Ramayana, Valmiki writes that Indrajit wages a war like a coward. So a lot of people support Indrajit, right? They think Indrajit is very powerful, like that. But for them, here is the answer. So that's why Lakshmana murmurs in the ears of Rama that, I have killed Indrajit. So now Rama, feeling happy, he embraced his brother tightly, and then he made him sit on his lap. And then when Lakshmana was breathing, he could see the pain in Lakshmana, and then he slowly rubbed, his body, and he made him sit on his lap, and like a dear child, he started to ask questions. He stared at him up and down because he was proud that my brother killed Indrajit, and he was so proud. And he said, "My dear Lakshmana, today you have accomplished a great task of killing Indrajit. You have done a wonderful deed. O my brother of mine, you are world charming, and you can do great difficulties. O doer of difficult tasks, O doer of impossible tasks, I am proud of you." And like that, he was all praise for his brother Lakshmana. Then he ordered Sushena, saying that, "Oh my dear Sushena, come forward. Prepare medicines for Lakshmana and apply those medicines to Lakshmana and bring him back to normal health. And similarly, make all the herbs for Vibhishana, Jambavan and Hanuman also." So then Sushena came forward, and then he bought some herbs. He took out some herbs from his, loincloths, and then he rubbed them, and he made Lakshmana smell those things. And at once, Lakshmana recovered. And after this, all the demons, they went and approached Ravana, and then they told the news of the death of Indrajit. Ravana for at once swooned. He fell unconscious. Tears rolled down his eyes as if oil drops fall down from a lamp. And then he cried, saying that I should have listened to Vibhishana. When Nikumba, he starts with Nikumba. When Nikumba, Kumbhakarna, Kumbha, Atikaya and all these Rakshasas were killed, I should have agreed. I should have listened. Even then, I did not realize that this war has been lost. But now, my dear son, how come you, who have killed Indra, who have defeated Indra himself, defeated many celestials, demigods, kinnaras, kimpurshas, how come you are defeated by a man called Lakshmana? How can he kill you? Like that he started to lament. Then he ordered, my dear demons, go fetch my bow that has been given to me by Brahma. Fetch that armor that has given to me by Brahma. Fetch the chariot and come here. Today I will wage a war wearing all those things. Once upon a time Brahma gave me a boon that I cannot be defeated by even celestials, demigods and rishis or any kind of beings except man and vanaras. And he gave me all those armors, chariot and bows. And today with all those weapons I shall kill Rama and Lakshmana. And he ordered. And then they went inside to fetch all those bows and weaponry along with the chariot. And then actually Ravana was defeated by Kartavirya Arjuna. If you remember, I told that story. In Uttarakanda it is mentioned Ravana was defeated by Kartavirya Arjuna, and then he held him like a caged animal, and then he took him into his kingdom. And similarly, Vali also put him in his armpit, and then he jumped to the four quarters of the earth and then came back to Kishkinda. Why? Why was Ravana why were Kartavirya Arjuna and Vali able to defeat Ravana, and it took so much time for Rama to wage a war against Ravana? Some people may ask, right? So that means Kartavirya Arjuna and Vali are more powerful than Rama. The reason is because Ravana did not wage a war with them having all these weapons. It is for the first time he bought out those armors, those bows, and the chariot which was given to him by Brahma. I don't know about the chariot, but the armor and the bow. And with that he is trying to wage a war against Rama. And if you remember, Kartavirya Arjuna had 1,000 arms. 500 on one side and 500 on the other side. I am trying to say that because one time when a person asked me that, is it 500 on each side or 1,000 on each side? He was very picky about how many arms he had. So he had 1,000 arms, Sahasra Bahu. So that Kartavirya Arjuna, when he waged a war against Parasurama killed him just like that. So Parasurama is obviously more powerful than Kartavirya Arjuna. And when that Parasurama came to Rama, when he challenged him, his strength grew feeble. He became feeble. And then he realized that Rama is the Paripurna Avatara. And then he realized that Rama is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that's how you can see the power of Rama there. And then Vali also did not wage, a battle against Ravana because Ravana was unprepared and he was just trying to make fun of Vali. At that time, when he was unaware, he was caught by Vali. But today, Ravana is fully aware. He has his bow, he has his armor, and his son is dead, so he is angry. So he is all concentrating in the war. So he ordered them to fetch all those bows and arrows. But meanwhile, he got angry. Ravana is terribly angry now. He told that Sita, who is responsible for the death of my son, today I shall kill her. And it is because of Sita my son is killed. Long ago, my son Indrajit created a Maya Sita, illusory Sita in the war and tried to hoodwink the Vanaras. But today I shall make that conjuring trick into reality. I will bring that conjuring trick to reality. I will kill Sita, and verily Rama and Lakshmana will die upon hearing the news. And then Ravana proceeded towards, he took out a sword and then very fast proceeded to the place where Sita was kept in Ashokavana. He approached the Shimshupa tree. And then when Sita saw the approaching Ravana, she was all in tears. She thought, I should have listened to Hanuman that day when he asked me to ascend his back, and I should have gone to my husband. Today I could have been in the lap of my husband. But I, being a foolish woman, I never accepted Hanuman's request and I stayed here. And for this reason today I will be separated from my husband even though he is alive by this Rakshasa. He is going to kill me. Or is it so that Ravana killed Rama and Lakshmana and he is here with that bad news? How how misfortunate woman I am to be here. Because of me, Rama and Lakshmana are killed. That Mandara, that sinful lady, surely poisoned Kaikeyi, and because of which we are in this position. What happens to Kausalya, for whom Rama is the only son? What happens to that Sumitra, who, she has two beautiful children, Lakshmana and Shatrugna. And today, I think Kaikeyi's dreams are fulfilled. Like that Sita started to lament. Then a minister called Suparshva, he held back Ravana and said, "Oh my dear sir, you have been educated in Vedas. You are following Brahmacharya. Long after you have taken the vows of Brahmacharya," he didn't say you are following Brahmacharya. Long after you have taken the vows of Brahmacharya, you have read all the Vedas. And now, today, like this, you shall not kill a woman. Look at Sita, how beautiful she is. You should not kill her. A warrior like you and a king like you should not exert anger on women. You should not do that. Dispose your anger on Rama and Lakshmana, not on a mere lady like Sita. Then Ravana also withdrew his anger and then he went back. But now he reddened his eyes and it was as if he is going to consume the entire universe. all the demons trembled in fear, looking at the anger of Ravana. Then he ascended his chariot, then he drew towards the battlegrounds. A flock of vultures followed his chariot as usual. And then all the demigods also assembled there. Then when Ravana came, he came with 3 other Rakshasas, Virupaksha, Mahodara and Mahaparsva. And Virupaksha ascended his chariot, got out of his chariot and ascended an elephant and then started killing all the Vanaras with his arrows. He killed thousands and thousands of Vanaras. At this time they all took shelter of Sugriva. Then Sugriva got down into action and then he slapped the elephant. And then the elephant fell down. It withdrew itself and then it fell down. Virupaksha got out of his injured elephant, started fighting with Sugriva. They fought hand to hand, sword to sword and mace to mace. And after a long fight, finally Sugriva, he slapped Virupaksha. Still he was alive. Virupaksha is very powerful. He survived the slap of Sugriva. The other time when he slapped Nikumba, I think his head rolled off. I think Nikumba was killed by Hanuman. He tore off his head, right? Directly. He caught his head into his arms and then plucked it off from the body. So gruesome act. Sugriva, when he slapped him once, he survived. But the next time when he was trying to slap him, Virupaksha escaped. Knowing that this fellow escaped the slap, Sugriva held tight his fist and then descended that fist into the temple bone of Virupaksha. Temple bone is right here. Then he hit him there. And then the Rakshasa fell down dead, vomiting blood from all the 9 holes of his body. Then all the Rakshasas, when they saw this ghastly feat, they were trembling in fear. They ran away again, back to Lanka. And all the Vanaras, they congratulated Sugriva. Now Mahodara came. Mahodara also took up a spear and started killing all the Vanaras left and right. Then Sugriva again got into action. He fought with Mahodara for a long time. And then they took 2 swords. Sugriva grabbed a mace first and then threw the mace on Mahodara. Mahodara intercepted with another mace. And then Sugriva took a sword. Mahodara took a sword and the shield made of a bull hide. And then they both started to fight. Sugriva also took a shield and a sword, started to fight with Mahodara. Then Mahodara struck Sugriva's shield with his sword. And then the sword got caught in the shield. And when Mahodara was trying to take the sword off the shield, at that time Sugriva took his sword and then cut off the throat of Mahodara. Mahodara fell down dead and all the Rakshasas ran away once again. And Mahaparsva, he took a battalion of Rakshasas and then attacked the entire Vanara army. At this time, Angada intercepted and then he fought with Mahaparsva terribly. And then after a long time, Angada again with his fist, descended his fist into the chest of Mahaparsva. And Mahaparsva also vomiting blood, he died. This is the second time Angada is surprised of his strength. It is said that all these Rakshasas are killed long ago by Sita's chastity. Today, either it's Rama or Lakshmana or even the Vanaras, they all have to just throw some arrows and stones on these Rakshasas. They are already dead. This is said by Hanuman long ago, at the end of Sundarakanda. So Mahaparsva is also dead. Now Ravana is waging battle against all the Vanaras. And he started proceeding towards Rama. And at this time, Lakshmana intervened and then he started fighting with Ravana. I think first Rama and Ravana fight for a long time and then Lakshmana intercepts. And then Vibhishana also intercepts. Vibhishana pounced on Ravana's chariot and killed the horses. At this time, Ravana took up a spear, a terrible spear, and he hurled it against Vibhishana. Knowing that it would hurt Vibhishana, Lakshmana intercepted with his arrows and then shattered the spear to pieces. At this time, Ravana took up his bow and arrows and started waging a war against Lakshmana. All the demigods, before Ravana left out of Lanka, they poured rain of blood because it's inauspicious for Ravana. So that's why they poured rain of blood, and a flock of vultures followed Ravana's chariot, which is also inauspicious. And then when Rama and Ravana waged the war, they circled several times. When they were waging war, Rama was moving in this direction, Ravana was moving in this direction. Like that they made several circles. Sometimes they got close, sometimes they got farther. Like that they waged a battle for a long time. Now, Ravana decides to kill Vibhishana. He took up a spear and then threw on it. Lakshmana intercepted it. Now he's trying to fight a war against Lakshmana, and the battle was waged for a long time. And then now he took up a terrible spear, which was given to him by Mayadanava. Maya is one of a demon. I think he's the uncle of Ravana, father-in-law of Ravana. He gave Mandodari to Ravana. So he took that spear made by Mayadanava, and then he told Lakshmana that, Lakshmana, you have saved the life of my brother, but today this spear will not spare your life. I am going to kill you today. He took that spear and then he hurled it against Lakshmana. And then when that spear was coming towards Lakshmana, Rama prayed, let that spear not harm Lakshmana. Let Lakshmana all be well with Lakshmana. Like that he said several times, all be well with Lakshmana. I think Amir Khan got all is well from here. He said, all be well with Lakshmana. Let that spear not hurt Lakshmana. Like that he prayed. Actually, these prayers are what save even us or even Lakshmana. Yesterday I was talking to one of my colleagues and he was all proud. And then I told him, do you think that you have arrived all the way from India in a plane that has 1 million parts, which could anytime go wrong, then landed here in Seattle, went to your apartment, and then took up a bus, which can anytime fall down into I-90 on the floating bridge, and then you arrived here in this office. Do you think all this is because of the science or because of your achievement? It is all because of your mother's prayers. And he too agreed, yes, you are right. Like that, it is the prayer of the well-wishers that keep you right. But anyway, today Rama prayed for a long time, and then that spear pierced the chest of Lakshmana and then entered the earth. Rama ran towards Lakshmana and then he took out the spear out. And then his eyes were reddened for the first time. He was very angry that Ravana hurt his brother, and Lakshmana swooned and then he fell unconscious. He was injured terribly. Then Rama looked up and he took up his bow, held it in the middle of the grip and said, today, finally, this Ravana has come into my sight. When I killed Kara Dushana in Janasthana, he was not there. He abducted my wife when I was not there. Today, he injured my brother. I shall not let him alive today. I will wage a war. Today the world shall see what Ramahood is. Here Rama tells, Ramasya Ramatvam. What Ramahood of Rama is, the world shall witness. He is talking about Ramahood. What are the attributes of Rama? Today the world shall see what a warrior I am. And then when he started to wage the battle against Ravana, he hurled Gandharvastra, an astra which started to kill many Rakshasas. The battleground became like a river of blood, on whose banks, the flagstaffs of the demons became the trees on the banks of the river of blood. And then the horses became the fishes in that blood. And the elephants became the tortoises. Like that, Valmiki explains that battle. And Rama hurled this Gandharvastra, and most of the demons were wiped out. Then he addresses Vibhishana, Sugriva and Jambavan and tells them that only me and Maheshwara, Shiva, has this kind of weapon and nobody else. Because they are afraid that, what if Ravana has a similar missile, what can we do? So he's telling, except me and Shiva, nobody has this kind of astra, do not worry. And then he started waging war against Ravana. Then finally, when Ravana is terribly injured because of the arrows of Rama, he ran away from the battlefield. And then, Ravana ran away from the battlefield. And then, this is for the first time Rama got angry. I should say second time. When Sita was pecked by the bird Kakasura, he got angry at that time. And this is for the second one. Our Vaishnava Acharyas, Chinnajir Swami, he in his commentary he said that the demigods were surprised. What kind of a Rama is he? He never gets angry. How can we make him angry? Without him getting angry, how can he kill the Rakshasas? He cannot. Let's test him. So they went to Kaikeyi. They made her speak harsh words. He did not get angry. They made her to ask Sita to wear bark robes. Rama himself fetched the bark robes and then tied around Sita. He was not angry at all. So then they thought, what can make this man angry. Because it's the quality of Dasarada also. He also never gets angry. He got only angry on Kaikeyi in the last minute when she spoke like that. Sahi rupo upapannascha viryavan anasuyakaha bhumau anupamaha sunuhu gunair dasaradopamaha. In all his qualities, he is very similar to Dasarada. That's what they say when they talk about Rama. So, he never got angry. That's why the demigods tried to test him. And then they sent this Kakasura. That's a commentary of one of our Acharya. So like that, he never got angry. Today he got angry again when his brother and a son similar person, Lakshmana, got injured. Then when Ravana ran away, Rama came to the spot one more time and he cried out, when I followed my father's words and came to the forest, Lakshmana followed me. And today, if he is not alive, if he goes to the abode of Yama, I shall follow him, just like he followed me. Of what use is my life when my virtuous brother of mine lay here as if he is dead? What answer can I give to Kausalya? What answer can I give to Sumitra? Sumitra, when Lakshmana was following Rama, when he went to her and put his head on the feet of Sumitra, she replied, Sustastum vanavasaya, you are created to go to forest. Sanurakta suhujjane, Ramo pramadamakarshi putra bratari gacchati. You are created to go to forest. Listen to your brother. Love him. Sustastum vanavasaya, Sanurakta suhujjane. Loving any person is not so great. Right? Loving persons who hate, there is, what do you call? When you love people who hate you, even that is not great. What to speak of loving a person who loves everybody? Right? Rama loves sarvabhuta hiterataha. So there is no greatness, my son. So follow your brother and stay with him. And then she continues that Ramam Dasaradam Vidyam, Mam Vidhi Janakatmaja, Ayodhyam Atavim Vidyam, Gachatata Yatasukam. Rama is Dasarada for you, Sita is Sumitra for you. The forest is Ayodhya. Wherever you are, live with your brother peacefully and be happy. That's Sumitra. That is the greatness of Sumitra. What can I tell to that Sumitra tomorrow when I go to Ayodhya? What can I answer her? What can I tell to Kaikeyi? Here he tells again Kaikeyi also. She might also complain. Trusting your prowess, my dear world-charming Prince Rama, I have sent all of you to forest. If I had thought you will let Lakshmana, if I had thought you will leave Lakshmana behind, I would never have asked you to go to forest. You have put me in shame. Even Kaikeyi might complain. That's why Rama addresses that even Kaikeyi. How can I answer Kaikeyi? And now he tells, what can I answer to Bharata and Shatrughna if they ask me, where is Lakshmana gone? I cannot go back. If I go to any kingdom, you might find many wives, many relatives, many friends, but you cannot get a brother like Lakshmana. Like that, Rama weeps. And then at this time, Sushena comes forward and says, my dear Rama, despondency is an evil at the time of war. You should never let yourself get into despondency. Take spirit. Lakshmana is not dead. Look at his body. It is shining. It is bright. I looked into his eyes. They are still bright. He is still alive. Look at his Uchvasa and Ishvasa. That means, inhalations and exhalations. I can see his heart coming up and going down. I can clearly see that Lakshmana is alive. If Hanuman can go to that Aushadhi Parvata, here he names the Parvata. It is not Sanjeevani Parvata. It's called Aushadhi Parvata or Mahodaya. If Hanuman can go to that Mahodaya Parvata and fetch Visalya Karani, Sandhani Karani, Suvarna Karani and Mrita Sanjeevani, then we can bring back Lakshmana to normal health. As and when he was saying that, Lakshmana, already Hanuman went away. He flew to that Mahodaya mountain and then he landed near the Mahodaya mountain. He looked around and again the herbs withdrew their luminosity and Hanuman could not find them. He shook the mountain thrice and then he lifted it up one more time and then he carried it to Lanka. At once he put it down and then he went to a side and then he took some rest. Here Valmiki mentions that Hanuman took a little bit of rest because this time he flew with much more speed. And then he was there within a blink of an eye. So he had to exert some strength. So he's a little tired. So he came aside and then took some rest. Then he started speaking to Sushena. Oh, Sushena, here are the herbs. I couldn't find it, so I bought the mountain. You go fetch. Even while Hanuman was speaking, Sushena was climbing the mountain. There was no time now. So that's why everything is going on a pace here. And while Sushena was climbing, he started to praise Hanuman. Oh, Hanuman, you are great. You fetched the mountain. And then he started collecting the herbs. They were multitasking. He came down and then crushed the herbs and then put them near the nose of Lakshmana. Then Lakshmana, after inhaling it, he woke up and then he got up and then he started addressing to Rama directly, saying that, my dear brother, whatever oaths and promises you took when I was unconscious, do it now, make it reality. So he was hearing what Rama was saying. That you said that you will kill Ravana. So you do it right away. Then Rama embraced Lakshmana and then Ravana returned again to the battlefield. Now the demigods thought that Rama waging the war being on the ground is not appropriate. Let's give him a chariot. Oh Indra, let's give the chariot. Like that, when the demigods approached Indra and they asked him, he was pleased. And he said, he called Matali. Matali is the charioteer of Indra. He called him and told him, my dear Matali, you go to Rama, offer your obeisances, give him the chariot and plead him to ascend this chariot and wage the war against Ravana. And then Matali agreed. Then he took the chariot. He praised Indra for doing so. That chariot was yoked with green horses. If you remember Aranyakanda, when Rama was approaching Sharabhanga Asrama, then he saw a chariot, resplendent chariot yoked with green horses. Then Rama tells Lakshmana, Lakshmana, look at those green horses and all those young men and women who are just looking like 25 years old. They are all with fans of Chamara and Chhatra. Looks like the chariot belongs to Indra. Aren't we told that this chariot belongs to Indra? So that same chariot was given to Rama here by Indra. Then Matali came forward to Rama and asked him to ascend the chariot. Rama ascended the chariot. Then he started fighting with Ravana. And then the war continued for 7 days and 7 nights. Both of them, through all the astras they knew, Rama and Ravana waged the war equally, for a long, long time. Then Rama was tired for a little bit. And when he was fighting so greatly, Ravana, looking at the greatness of Rama, he was stupefied. Rama broke his bow, broke his arrows, broke all his weapons, and made Ravana perplexed. So Ravana couldn't do anything. At this time, the charioteer withdrew the chariot and took him away from the battle. And then Ravana got out of his unconsciousness and then he rebuked his charioteer, saying that, how dare are you? You must have been bribed by the enemy. How come you took me away from the battlefield when I was waging a great battle? This is a shame to a warrior like me. Now he praises. I was not unconscious, nor I was stupefied. I was just surprised at the skill of Rama. Shatruhu prakyata virasya. Shatruhu prakyata virasya ranjaniyasya vikramaihi. My enemy, Prakyata Virasya, is very famous as a warrior. Ranjaniyasya vikramaihi. With his courage and valor and dexterity in shooting arrows, he is causing pleasure to everybody. Ramayati iti Ramaha. Even Ravana was pleased with Rama's might. Shatroho prakyata virasya ranjaniyasya vikramaihi pasyata yuddalubdohan ka purusha stvaya. That means you have ashamed me by taking away from my enemy whom I have been watching, with his skill in the art of archery. He is causing pleasure to me and everybody. I have been watching, you have brought me here. Like that, Ravana rebuked the charioteer. This is how Rama was praised even by Ravana in the battlefront. Ravana recognized this in the end. So, and then the charioteer told him, my dear Lord, I never took any bribes from the enemy. It's the duty of the charioteer to know the inauspicious omens. When you are fighting with Rama, I saw inauspicious omens all over the place. I saw weakness in you. You were tired. And I saw the power of Rama too at the same time. You would have been killed had I have not taken you out of the battle. And for this reason, I took you back. This is the duty of the charioteer. Please remember. Like that, when the charioteer addressed him in pleasing tone, Ravana was also happy. Then he presented him with an ornament and said, okay, now go, take me to Rama again. Then the charioteer took back that chariot to Rama. And at this time, when the battle was waged for a long time, when Rama was tired, Agastya Muni arrived at that same time. And he said, Rama Rama Mahabaho Sunuguhyam Sanatanam Yena Sarvan Arinvatsa Samare Vijayashyase. Please recite, O Rama Rama Mahabaho Shunuguhyam Sanatanam. Please listen to me. This is Sanatanam, very old and ancient. This is called Aditya Hrudayam. I will narrate it to you. Please listen to it and then recite it. You will be victorious in this battle. Then he said, Aditya Hrudayam Punyam Sarvashatru Vinashanam Jayavaham Japen Nityam Akshayam Paramam Sivam Sarvamangala Mangalyam Sarvapapa Pranashanam Chintashoka Prashamanam Ayurvardhanam Uttamam Rasmimantam Samudyantam Devasura Namaskritam Pujayaswam Vivaswantam Bhaskaram Bhuvaneswaram Sarva Devatmako Hyesha Tejasvi Rasmi Bhavanaha Yesha Devasura Ganan Lokan Pati Gabastibihi Yesha Brahmascha Vishnuscha Shivaskanda Prajapatihi Mahendro Danadah Kalo Yamasoma Yapampatihi Yamasomohi Apampatihi Pitroho Vasavas Sadhya Ashwino Maruto Manuhu Pitaraha Vasavo Sadhya Ashwino Maruto Manuhu Vayurvahni Prajaprana Ritukarta Prabhakaraha Adityaha Surya Sankashaha Aditya Savita Surya Khagah Pusha Gabastiman Suvarna Sadrisho Banuhu Hiranyareta Divakaraha. Actually, I have read this just yesterday and today I am trying to memorize. So I thought as far as I can, I will do. What is the next one, Mataji? Just Haridasvascha Sahasrarchihi Saptasaptir Marichiman Timiron Madana Shambhus Twasta Martandako Amshuman. Martandako means giver of life. It's a nice name, Martandaka. Yeah, like that he narrated Aditya Hrudayam. We will do it completely sometime. But is it in Hindi, Mataji?
Yeah, it's in Sanskrit.
Yeah, I can read. Yeah. Hiranyagarbha Sisirastapano Ahaskaro Ravihi Agnigarbo Aditehu Putraha Shankaha Sisirnashanaha Vyomanadasta Manobedi Rugyajuhu Samaparagaha Dhanurvishtirapam Mitro Vayur Vindyavitti Plavangamaha Atapi Mandali Mrittihu Pingalaha Sarvatapanaha Kavir Vishwo Mahatejo Raktaha Sarvabhavodbhavaha Nakshatra Graha Taranamadipo Vishwabhavanaha Tejasamapi Tejasvi Dwadashatma Namostute. That's it, eh? Yeah. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, Namah Purvaya Giraye Paschimadraye Namaha Jyotirgananam Pataye Deenadipataye Namaha Jayaya Jayabhadraya Haryashvaya Namo Namaha Namo Namah Sahasramsho Adityaya Namo Namaha Namah Ugraya Viraya Sarangaya Namo Namaha Namah Padma Prabodaya Prachandaya Namostute Brahmesha Nachuteshaya Suryaya Aditya Varchase Bhaswate Sarvabhakshaya Raudraya Vapushe Namaha Tamognyaya Himagnyaya Shatrugnyaya Mitatmane Krutagnyagnyaya Devaya Jyotisham Pataye Namaha. Nashayatyesha Vaibhutam Tame Oh. Taptachamikaraabhaya Haraye Vishwakarmane Namastamo Bhignaya Ruchaye Lokasakshine Nashayatyesha Vaibhutam Tamesha Srujati Prabhu Prayatyesha Tapatyesha Varsatyesha Gabastibihi. Yesha Sapteshu Jagarti Bhuteshu Parinishthitah Yesha Chaivagnihotrancia Phalam Chaiva Agnihotrinam Devascha Kratavaschaiva Kratunam Phalamevacha Yani Krityani Lokeshu Sarveshu Paramaprabhu Yenamapatsu Krutsheshu Kantareshu Bhayeshu Cha Kirtayena Purushaha Kaschin Avasidati Raghava. Yeah, I think here Agastya is telling to Rama, if you do this thrice a day by sipping water, you will be victorious in the battle. It was my desire to do Aditya Hrudayam completely, at least for the second time. And then I thought whatever I can, I will recite it, and I shall not hold a paper just to continue whatever I had done. But it is good to complete the Aditya Hrudaya without stopping in between. And you have arrived with the Aditya Hrudaya unasked. And
I think I was just thinking about it. I did not have this in my purse this morning. This afternoon when I was saying I was getting into trouble. So I said let me actually get it, and I was like I need to now recite this, so I put it in my purse.
Yeah.
I came here.
Yeah, it's call it coincidence or divine providence. It has happened. So, like that Agastya, he told